So here I am in the laundry room, and as you can see, like on the walls and over everything really, there's a bunch of twack. There's a skylight above that's letting sunlight in. It's close to 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm going to freeze frame it here, and they're playing the 80s song Freeze Frame. And you can just see that there's lots of twack on the wall. I'm going to continue it in a minute, but whether or not you can interpret the shapes that I trace, you can interpret it multiple ways. What's important to note is I saw all of this with my eyes unaided, without the use of a camera. I believe this is meant to confuse people. I believe it was probably meant for hostage and crisis scenarios so that they could confuse the terrorists, and to also provide cover for the victims. It provides cover for their drones that have these capabilities, and it could make it look like there's an army of people coming in to get the terrorists. I'm going to freeze frame it here again, and they're playing the freeze frame song again. And I'm going to trace a few more things that I made out. And if I did this again, I would probably trace out different shapes and different objects because they're so overlapping. Now here I'm going to pan down, and you're going to see here that when you do get it in bright light, the twack basically is invisible, and it's hard to see. And you can see here, like in the shadows, it's much more visible. This is not camera noise. Camera noise does not have these shapes in it. And again, I saw this twack or this noise with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. I didn't just choose to go into the laundry room in a paranoid delusional schizophrenic state and just choose to shoot the walls. I'm going to do a few more traces here. Again, you might not interpret it this way. If I retrace this, I would interpret it an entirely different way. What's important to note again is I saw this with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. I didn't just go into the laundry room and start shooting the walls and the detergent just for shiggles. I'm going to show another interpretation that I had here. And again, you can interpret it many different ways, or as nothing at all. But again, I saw this twack with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. I'm going to do another one here. What's interesting about this one is where the eyes are, you could think of it as the nose for another creature here. You put the eyes here. And where the ears are, that could be the eyes of another creature, since they sort of overlap this noise with this twack. I'm going to do another interpretation that I saw here. It looked like the laundry bottles had faces on them. Again, I saw this with my eyes unaided. You can interpret it an infinite number of ways or as nothing at all. But again, I saw this noise or this twack with my eyes unaided. I didn't just choose to go into the laundry room on a random time and just film the laundry detergent bottles in a paranoid delusional schizophrenic state, suffering from 24/7 daily psychoses. Right here, I think it looks like there's an eye there. It could be a pair of eyes right next to it, but either way, if you look at it when it starts moving again, it looks like it's moving to the left or to the right, and then sometimes it looks like it's blinking or doing a half blink or a wink. I'm going to draw a couple more interpretations here. And again, even if you don't interpret it this way, I understand that. Keep in mind that I saw this noise or this anomaly with my eyes unaided. Here's another one. I didn't just go into the laundry room and just point the camera at laundry detergent bottles just for shiggles. They're playing freeze frame again. I didn't even say at that time they did it in anticipation. But here's some more interpretations that I have of the projected noise or the projected twack. Again, keep in mind this is not just camera noise, even if you don't interpret this as anything. I think it's pretty obvious though that it's not camera noise, but if it's not, keep in mind that I saw this with my eyes unaided, without the use of a camera. I didn't just go into the laundry room and then into the kitchen and just start filming appliances and laundry detergent bottles just for shiggles and a paranoid delusional schizophrenic state suffering from 24/7 daily psychoses and apparently premonitions as well, and sight beyond sight and poltergeist and fibromyalgia and epilepsy and all that shit. Here's the dishwasher, and because it has a black surface, it more easily captures the twack in front of it, just like with shadows. Here's some interpretations that I have in it, and again, I would interpret it entirely differently if I did this all over again. Here's another interpretation that I have when panning with the camera. Sometimes the twack follows with the pan, and it happens with my eyes sometimes as well. So I guess that's projections that are inside the lens or inside my eye. Here's some more interpretations that I have. And again, you could interpret it entirely differently or as nothing at all, just as noise. Keep in mind that I saw this noise or projected twack with my eyes unaided, and that I've seen it project very clear, uh, more brightly lit holograms, almost like a neon sign, but not quite as bright as that. But they were three-dimensional, and I was actually able to walk around them, or walk around one of them, and the other one passed by me on the street. Here's some more interpretations that I have in this projected twack. Keep in mind I saw this with my eyes unaided, so that even if you don't interpret it this way, this was noticeable to my eyes. Here's some more interpretations that I have of the projected twack. Keep in mind I saw this with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. I didn't just go around pointing the camera at appliances and walls just for shiggles. As I pan around more to show more of the dishwasher, the front of it, if you look more on the right hand side, now more in the middle, if you stare at that, I think it'll be pretty clear that you'll be able to make out either a single eye or a couple of eyes. And if you try to stay focused on the same place, it'll look like a morphing face. This is why my Maureen Keenan poster the face appeared to morph right in front of me. Again, I saw this with my eyes unaided without the use of the camera. That's why I started recording with the camera to begin with. Here's another interpretation that I have of the twack, the projected twack. Keep in mind I saw this with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. That's why I pointed the camera at the dishwasher to record it in the first place and in the laundry room. Here's some more interpretations that I have of the projected twack. Keep in mind I saw this with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera, so that even if it just appears as noise to you and you don't make out anything like this or make out your own interpretations, I saw it with my eyes without the aid of a camera. That's why I pointed the camera in that direction to try to capture footage of it. And it still doesn't do it justice. Here's some more interpretations that I have in the projected twack. Keep in mind I saw this with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. That's why I pointed the camera and started recording to begin with, because I saw this noise and projected imagery in front of my eyes and wanted to capture footage of that so that I could try to show proof to my dad that this crazy shit was happening around me. And that since this was the most unbelievable aspect of it, I thought then that would make him believe everything, since I always tell the truth anyway, and he obviously doesn't think so. He thinks I'm a liar and thinks I'm a horrible person suffering from constant 24/7 daily psychoses. And still that's how he treats someone with multiple disabilities, let alone one. And with someone he thinks has an addiction issue, and with physical disabilities as well. Here's some more interpretations I have in the projected twack. Keep in mind I saw this with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. That's why I pointed the camera in that direction and started recording to begin with. I didn't just have fun spending hundreds or thousands of hours pointing my camera at walls and carpets and ceilings and curtains and appliances and trees and the sky. I really don't like having years of my life being wasted by this. But apparently that's not important to anyone. Certainly not the terrorists that are doing this to me. Here's some more interpretations I have of the projected twack. Again, keep in mind I saw this with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. That's why I pointed the camera in this direction and started recording to begin with. Not because I enjoy spending hundreds or thousands of hours of my life and years of my life being wasted with this nonsense, just filming walls and appliances and trees and carpets and curtains and ceilings and the sky and countertops and hard floors. I don't like wasting my life doing this. Here's some more interpretations that I have of the projected twack. Keep in mind I saw this with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera, so that even if you only see noise, note that it is not camera noise. This is a Galaxy Note 8 camera, filming in 4K, but when I edit it, it goes down to 1K. So it does not take footage this badly, and camera noise would not appear like this. And again, I saw it with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. That is why I pointed the camera in that direction and started recording to begin with. I don't enjoy having hundreds or thousands of hours of my life and years wasted filming walls, ceilings, carpets, trees, appliances, laundry detergent bottles, poop, the hair on my arms, uh, close-ups of my eyelashes and other parts of my body, looking for projected mites that I didn't know were projected until months afterwards. Here's some more interpretations I have of the projected twack. Again, keep in mind I saw this with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. That's why I pointed the camera in that direction to record this projected noise and twack so that I could show proof of my gang stalking. Here's some more interpretations that I have of the projected twack. Again, if I were to redraw this, and I think this is the one where I do redraw it a little bit, I would come up with an entirely new interpretation. Whether or not you interpret this as anything at all, keep in mind this noise would not be generated by a Galaxy Note 8 camera filming in 4K and downgraded to 1K during editing, even in low light conditions. Which this is not low. This is not even low light conditions. It's at 2 p.m. almost 2 p.m. in the daytime in the kitchen. And again, I saw it with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. I'm going to do some more interpretations here of the projected twack. Keep in mind I saw this with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. And keep in mind this is a Galaxy Note 8 camera filming at 2 p.m. in the kitchen and 4K video downgraded to 1K during editing. It would not take footage this poorly. It would not have this much noise. And again, this projected noise I saw with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. That is why I pointed the camera in the direction that you see so that I could capture footage of and proof of my gang stalking. And also keep in mind, I've seen this twack, this projected holographic twack, project actual, like almost things that looked like they were lit up like a neon sign. One that I was able to walk around, and one that passed me by in the street. That were about as tall as me. Well, the bicycle wasn't as tall, but the human being was. I'm going to lighten up the background just in case people have it on lower light video. Just in case they weren't able to see the outlines before. Here's some more interpretations of the projected twack. Again, as always, keep in mind, I saw this with my eyes unaided without the use of a camera. That is why I pointed the camera in that direction and started recording to begin with. I don't enjoy spending hundreds or thousands of hours and years of my life being wasted filming walls and appliances and countertops and carpets and trees and the sky, clouds. I don't enjoy that. I still don't enjoy that.